Cole Wolfrun. This is Einar, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Dragon Age Origins. Last episode, we had quite the episode. We infiltrated Redcliffe Castle, found out that Lady Isolde had been lying the entire time, and her son was the abomination. And we got some items, and we're heading to the Circle Mage Tower in an attempt to save young Connor.
Now,
without using blood magic. If we can. Late night episode for you guys tonight. I'm probably only going to record for a little bit. I had to edit a bunch of other episodes of Dragon's Dogma first. We're going to go to camp first, because we have some things to do here at camp. Firstly, a yoga boy. Oh yeah, we go and pet the cow. First thing we do, we pet cow. He's a good boy. Oh yes, he's a good boy. Oh, the good boy. Okay. First thing we do is we're going to give Alistair
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
Well, I found it in Redcliffe Castle in the study.
Oh, the Jarl's study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Well, perhaps you mean more to him than you think.
I guess you could be right. We never really talked that much. And then the way I left... Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When
he
recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Do you remember me mentioning it? Wow. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
That's fair. Sorry, did you say something? No. You're a friend, Alistair. Of course I remembered.
I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
Aha! Who has some other items to give people? Oh, I know who that's for. Lambone for the goodest of boys. Morgan, a small silver ring for you.
A fine gift.
And then this is for
Unexpected.
Boy.
Thank you.
Oh, and now finally, for the girl we're probably going to end up romancing. So Andraste's Grace.
Flowers? For me? They're beautiful.
These are your mother's flowers, aren't they?
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
Oh, Liliana approved of that. So first, let's chat with the loner first. Please don't do it.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Is there anything that can be done for a possessed mage?
'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual.
Yeah, I know.
Neither of which we have, yes? And had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it.
Oh, yeah. Do you have anything else?
Yes?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Oh! Us! There's no us! No! Well, there might be. I don't know. I'm always so torn on this. Sten, you have anything to say?
Yes.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Shush.
Very well.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then. Then I suggest we move on.
Yep, he does.
As you wish.
That happens. He has nothing to say 90% of the time. Let's talk to Alistair first.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this,
Okay.
but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens.
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister.
You do you?
I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
There's so many things I want to say, but it's major spoilers for Inquisition and the books. We'll get to it in Inquisition, I promise. And for those of you who never played Dragon Age, don't think that means Alistair's going to be a party member in Inquisition. He's not. Well, have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing.
Fair enough.
I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
That'd be nice of you. Also, I wanted to clarify something. I called Tegan, like, kind of Alistair's uncle after it was the reveal that he's the son of the king. So, Alistair's technically not blood related to Eamon or Tegan. Because Eamon and Tegan are the brothers of Queen Rowan, King Marik's wife, and King Kaelin's mother. Alistair is not related to her by blood because he's a bastard. Haha! Well, I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but that is not a spoiler because we already know that he is Kaelin's brother and King Marik's son. If you want to, we could try.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Okay.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
Sure, I could. I could even teach you, I suppose. Anyone who's been trained as a warrior. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay. But first...
Something on your mind?
Questions.
Of course.
Why did you keep your birthright a secret from me?
You never asked?
Did you not trust me? I thought we were friends, Alistair.
We are friends. I didn't mean to... It wasn't supposed to... Oh, let me explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew.
So
and
Duncan
then
knew,
after
okay.
the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
Kind of the way you did with, like... How about, by the way, I'm the heir to the throne?
Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing.
Why? What happens when people find out?
They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Doesn't sound stupid at all.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Arl Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's alright. I hope he's alright. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do.
Apology accepted.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Yay.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
If you were raised in the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk?
Oh my god.
Ate jellied ham?
This
Have I never licked a
joke.
lamppost in
Okay.
winter?
Now you're making fun of me.
Make fun of my comrade in arms? Perish the thought. Well, you tell me. Have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Why, yes, I've licked a lamppost in winter.
Just the once? And you didn't lose half of your tongue in the process? I'm impressed. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
New mission. Einar's new mission. Get Alistair laid. No matter the cost. Oh, I see. You lack the proper parts.
Oh, that's funny. Your cruel japes will be remembered, sir. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep.
Well, at least you'll get a decent, nice rest. I can do it better. Well, at least you'll get some decent rest then.
Ha ha ha. Your cruel interrogation will be remembered
One of my
forever.
favorite lines.
Or maybe just until lunch. Lunch makes everything better. Oh, look, I have cheese.
This is why I identify with Alistair. Because he just said that line.
Something on your mind?
Yay!
Of course.
What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Hey, you've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too. And all I got was, you'll see.
He wouldn't tell you?
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
Well, I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? I saw you eating dinner the other day. Savage.
Yes, well...
Ah, yes, the classy camaraderie of two men traveling out in the open.
That was a good one,
I take it
too.
you were like this before the joining, then.
That was actually a good one.
And then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you'd call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Nightmares. Yes, I think I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live. Give or take.
Jeez.
But ain't. It's a death sentence.
I mean, I guess 55 is...
Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it.
Super
When
young.
the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
Oh, how cheery.
And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you have it.
It seems a high price to pay.
I suppose it is. We're the only ones who can stop the blight, however. Is there a price too high to pay for that?
I don't think so.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He will be remembered, Alistair, as will the others.
I know. Ending the blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Man, I fucking love talking to Alistair. He's such a good fucking character. Like, honestly. Such a great character. And I feel like Einar's processing that a little bit. He, no matter what he does, has 30 years to live, give or take. He's only 25. He's 55 years old.
Yes? Something you need?
I'd love to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the grand cathedral. It was magnificent.
Does sound wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sorts of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with black shoes, you see.
Liliana's a shoe girly.
Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Were they ridiculous shoes?
Sometimes. About 10 years ago, all the ladies went mad for shoes with soles as large and heavy as bricks. But it isn't always that silly. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or
That's
embroidery.
Pretty standard,
In
I think.
soft colors, of course. It was spring.
If you haven't picked it up yet, the Dragon Age universe is heavily... The continent of Thedas is heavily based on real-world Europe. Ferelden is Britain. Ancient Britain. Orlais is France. The Free Marches, which we'll play in the second game, kind of like the US. And we'll get to see some of the other ones in the next game, and I can't wait. Must have cost a lot of gold.
Yes, well, a fair amount. It is so frivolous and wasteful, I know, but I have such a weakness for lovely shoes. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
We do.
Yes? Something you need?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
I heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
I think I read about it in a history book. One of Father Aldous' books.
And did you not think that this could be historical fact and no longer true? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers, but some of them are what we call bards.
And the bards are the spies.
Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services.
Seem to know a lot
If
about
there is
it.
an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
What sort of services does a bard offer?
What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate. It depends on the bard. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn.
You got that fucking right.
They fight over
Wicked Arts
land,
and Wicked Arts and
influence, and
Inquisition
the
is
favor of the
annoying.
Empress.
But still cool.
But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite. And in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil.
Yeah, the
In
great
secret,
game of
they plot
Orlais.
and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
You were a bard, weren't you?
I have revealed too much, it seems. But it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past.
So that's where you learn to fight like that.
My skills served me well. But the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden
Seems like there's more to
and
that.
sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
Anything else?
Yes? Something you need?
Could you teach me to be a bard?
I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Cool.
Yes? Something you need?
She's so cute.
Yes? What's on your mind?
And now we go through the gaining Leliana approval by listening to her tell stories.
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself.
It's also good world
Everyone
building,
should
so
be able to benefit from
we're
them,
going
I
to sit
think.
back and relax. Tell me about the Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know.
Yes, they did.
And their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Know any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
That sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own.
Aww.
Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Sounds like a badass. Wonder if we'll meet any badasses named Aveline in the future. Well, continue, please.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now, in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney. But Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Did she win the tourney?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
Fucking misogynistic bastard. That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Olay so that women could also become chevalier.
Damn
He
right.
honored
Good
Aveline
man.
and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Good shit. Do you know any Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone.
Heh.
Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Oh, Flemeth. That's Morrigan's mother.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of
Sounds
witches?
about right, yeah.
Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists.
She looked like your average old woman.
Well, if Flemeth really exists, she would be very, very old indeed. Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of
Yeah.
Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
I wonder if that's why she got pissy that Morrigan had a looking glass with a little hand mirror. She was probably like, I fucking hate those things because of that legend. Tell me the whole story.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow,
So she was Snow
and
White.
eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea.
Snow White.
When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever,
Oh,
Conobar,
that's where I'm from.
and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret,
No, that would be ancient
for
Ferelden
he
before
feared
the
that she
current
would be
houses.
taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice.
This is so
and he
interesting
by
to
her
hear
beauty,
after hearing
and they fell
Morgan
in
tell
love.
Flemeth's version where it's reversed. So, like a couple sessions ago, we heard Morgan tell Flemeth's version of the tale where it was like Osen was actually her husband, Conobar was the jealous lord who wanted her. She agreed to the deal, but then Osen was killed later and she got pissed. Oh, the plot thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men.
Cautionary
The
tale about
last
mages
of Flemeth's
again.
humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
Yeah, so that's the version that sounds like chantry propaganda to be like, be wary of mages because they'll turn into abominations and burn everything down. Which in hindsight, that literally just happened last session with Connor, so maybe they're right. I don't think they're right. Whether they're right or not is not a reason to oppress mages. The mages are oppressed. If you side with the Templars, you need to brush up on your media literacy if you side with the Templars in Dragon Age 2. Just saying. But we'll see. We'll get to that. We're actually going to get to that pretty quickly, actually. There was another story I wanted to hear.
Which one?
Do you know anything about the Dalish?
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, The
Well,
elves
that's what
joined her
Andraste
cause
later.
to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
Did they? Well, it didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first,
I highly doubt it.
but I do not know whether to believe it.
I don't believe it.
The chantry declared a holy exalted march against the elves,
In other
known
words,
for
a
Andraste's
crusade.
similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
Yeah. There's a lot of racism and oppression in Dragon Age. Let's move on. You have anything else? 3.
Yes? Something you need?
Let's talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
I'm gonna try something, actually. I'm gonna cheat. Apparently Morgan thinks we're in a relationship and we don't even really have positive.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please.
Where's? Oh, these are the, these are the feast day gifts and feast day pranks. We're not going to do any of those. We're going to buy one of these. One of these. Yeah. Just because we can. Yeah, look at that approval. Shouldn't need this.
Why, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, that's the last time using that. Let's give one to Sten though.
You have my thanks.
Okay, that means we should have more to say to talk to her about.
The stars are out.
Ah, perfect. For once a clear night.
It comforts me to know that the stars will remain untouched by the blight. That whatever happens down here, they will shine eternally. Their light undimmed. There is a story about that cluster of stars over there. Do you know it?
One more
Elindra
story.
and her soldier?
Tell me the story.
A long time ago, there lived a
As a
fair maiden
storyteller
called
myself,
Elindra.
as a
She
DM
had
and an
many
author,
suitors, but spurned them all, for
I
she
like
did
listening
not
to other
love them.
people's stories.
One day,
as I talk over
Elindra
hers.
was sitting by her window in her father's castle.
That's why we've been talking about this
singing and
episode. I
dreaming.
like listening to
But her
Liliana's
lovely
stories.
voice caught the attention of a young soldier. Entranced by her song, the soldier drew near to Elindra's window. As their eyes met, he fell in love with her, and she with him. When Elindra told her father about the man she had chosen, he was furious, for Elindra was high-born, but her love nothing more than a common soldier. To keep them apart, he had Elindra imprisoned in the highest tower of his castle, and sent her soldier to the wars. Alas, not a month had passed before news of the soldier's death reached Elindra. Alone in her tower, Elindra wept for her love, and beseeched the gods to deliver her from this cruel world. So earnest was her plea that the gods themselves were moved. They gathered Elindra into their arms and lifted her high into the heavens, where she became a star. The gods also raised up the soul of Elindra's soldier love, and there he dwells,
That's a nice
across
story.
the horizon from her. The band of stars between them is a river of Elindra's tears, cried for her lost love. They say that when Elindra has cried enough, she will be able to cross the river to be reunited with her soldier.
That's so bittersweet. That is a beautiful story.
This story is one of my favorites. A tale of a love so great and so enduring that it defies death and moves the gods to action. Sometimes I ask myself, does such a love exist? Can it exist?
If we lose hope in love, then we are truly lost.
I never expected you to say that. It is a pleasant surprise.
Why is it a surprise?
I have to say there is a certain severity to you. Finding a person behind that all is nice. Maybe you should let your softer side show more often. Sometimes
Me?
following your
Having a
heart, not your
softer
head,
side?
leads you to remarkable places.
Yeah, it is. So, that's one thing I like about, so I think Einar does have a softer side. I mean, he was very close with his mother, and he's not the old, macho man. Like, he is still a young dude, so he has that bravado. But he believes in love. I think he earnestly meant what he just told Liliana. I think he really does mean that.
Looking for little old me?
Oh. I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing, never mind. Okay. We're heading out.
All right, all right.
We're gonna stick with the same team for now.
Indeed.
Sten, we will bring you eventually, I promise. I'm gonna go to Lake Calenhad. Oh. Oh shit. Blight wolf and blight bear. Okay. Einar, you go fight the fucking bear. Alistair, she'll bash the fucking wolf. Yeah, Alistair, you deal with the wolf. Overpowered. Einar, how you doing, buddy? Not great. Okay. Almost strike the work. Okay, you drink a potion.
I am
Cast heal on Einar, please. And then yeah, give me my. Oh, that's really fucking bad. Are we gonna die to these fucking? Fuck them. Shit.
Let's finish this.
Kite! 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 We're kiting! Yep. Oh, fuck. Went after Morgan instead.
Fools!
Okay, Einar did a number on that fucking bear before he went down.
Cross me and you shall pay!
That did a lot of damage.
We have done well.
Einar, get up, buddy. Are you alright? Why did you let me fight the bear alone? Well, there were wolves, you see. Oh, wolves! I fought a fucking bear, Alistair. And you almost won? If Sten asks, I won. Why do you care what Sten thinks? If Sten asks, I won. Alright.
I'll get on it.
He talks about how weak I am all the time, and I can't let him be right. Let's go to the fucking lake. That is a big ass tower.
Do you see the tower? The view from the top must be spectacular.
That is a huge fuck off tower. I don't know how big of a tower that is. Okay.
How deep is this lake? Do you think we're allowed to swim in it?
Yes?
Can you craft? Oh, right. Herbalism. Good. Good. Made more potions per soul. Okay, let's talk to Carol.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
Oh, do you now? I am a Grey Warden and I seek the assistance of the mages.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you?
I'm
Prove
busting out
it.
Kylan's voice. Prove it?
Kill some darkspawn. Come on, let's see some righteous Grey Wardening.
Don't you verb me! Grey Wardening isn't something you do, it's what you are. How dare you verb me?
Ugh, semantics. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
Your superior won't like that you've given me trouble.
Oh, really? You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Yes, he'll be very mad if you don't let me in.
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
Yes, please do.
Come along, I suppose.
Into the huge-ass circle tower. That fucking tower is massive. That's so awesome. I really hope we get to see some
And
more
I
circle
want two men
towers
stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
Hello. You're Gregor, I assume?
Who are you? I explicitly told Carol not to bring anyone across the lake. We're dealing with a very delicate situation. You must leave for your own safety.
No. No. The mages have an obligation to the Grey Wardens.
I am weary of the Grey Warden's ceaseless need for men to fight the Darkspawn, but it is their right. You'll find no allies here. The Templars can spare no men, and the mages are indisposed. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. The circle is lost. The tower has fallen.
Oh, lovely. Demons. You need someone to help to fight them.
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of
Oh,
annulment.
don't do that. The right of annulment?
The right of annulment gives Templars the authority to neutralize the Mage Circle. Completely.
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations
Alistair,
remaining in there
shush.
must be dealt with, no matter what.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
The mages are not defenseless. Some must still live. And I agree with Alistair 90% of the time, but he's still got some conditioning in his brain from when he was a
If any
Templar.
are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
I will look for survivors.
I assure you, an abomination is a force to be reckoned with, and you will face more than one.
I have some confidence in my abilities.
If you succeed, I would owe you much, enough that I would pledge my Templars to your cause.
That's an
Without
option.
word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
We have an agreement then.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed.
So
May
bring.
Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
So find the first enchanter. Got it.
I
Okay.
don't want to die.
Sorry, buddy. You're probably gonna. Lyrium dust. Okay. What's up, dude?
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
You have supplies for sale.
Yes. Would you like to trade?
Yes. A Viridium girl. Oh, that's better. That's way better than what I got. Get out of here. Yeah, get rid of both of those. Okay, so one of those. Oh, I forgot to give those to our boy. Sell that, sell that. Get rid of that, that, and that. Now how much do I have? I have 4. Is there anything in here I can sell? Oh, yeah. Close bar. I forgot to give that to Morgan. We can do that now, actually. But first, armor, actually. What you got? Nothing really a lot better than what we've got for Alistair, at least. The Viridium Greatsword is really good, though. Compared to Alistair. It's barely better. We're not going to waste money on that. Liliana. Got a bow? Any better bow? You do not have a better bow. Staff of the Magister Lord. Okay. Magic staff. Yeah, she's already got a better one. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's equip that new sword. Probably looks exactly the same. Oh, actually, that looks kind of cool. And we can give that new greatsword to Sten. Did he have potions, actually?
I wish this were over. We're running low on...
Trade!
Yes!
He does have a greater. And 3 regular. Perfect. Okay, I think we're all set to enter the Mage Tower.
As I recall, shutting the door and throwing away the key was definitely the Templar Plan B.
Well, we'll see. They're like, ooh, these guys are fucking stupid. Okay. Is there anything in here? Yes, we definitely need Lely. And Apprentice Cowl. I don't even have any armor on Morgan. Should probably put some on
Got it.
What? Or vanity. And a pile of filth. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. We'll finish this episode off here in a few minutes, and then I'm going to sleep. Liliana, do your thing. Private documents. I wonder whose documents those are. The game is not going to let us know. More filth! Yeah. And now... Oh, a rage demon! Hey, I remember that lady from Ostagar.
It's you. No, come no further. Grey Warden or no, I will strike you down where you stand.
Wayne, what are you doing here?
I am a mage of the Circle. More importantly, why are you here? The Templars would not let just anyone by.
I came here seeking the aid of the mages.
And you were told that the Circle was in no shape to help you, I suppose. So why did the Templars let you in? Do they plan to attack the tower now?
No, they are waiting for reinforcements.
So Gregor thinks the Circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the right, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
What happened here?
Let it suffice to say that we had something of a revolt on our hands, led by a mage named Uldred. When he returned
I
from
remember
the
him
battle
too
at
from Ostergard too.
Ostergard,
Yeah, he was at
he
Ostergard.
tried to take over the Circle. As you can see, it didn't work out as he had planned. I don't know what became of Uldred, but I am certain all this is his doing. I will not lose the Circle to one man's pride and stupidity.
Yeah, that sounds stupid. So what do you intend to do?
I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this Circle.
Very well. I will help you.
Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable.
Gregor will only accept it if the first enchanter says so.
Then our path is laid out before us. We must save Irving.
Then we should set off. Will the children be safe here?
Petra and Kenan will watch them. If we slay all the fiends we encounter on our way, none will get by to threaten the children.
Fair point. Very well, if you think that is best.
You want us to assist this preachy schoolmistress
I'm sending you back to camp.
rescue these pathetic excuses for mages? They allow themselves to be corralled like cattle, mindless. Now their masters have chosen death for them, and I say, let them have it.
No. You could have been one of them if things were different.
If that was so, why, I am sure I would have flung myself from the top of this tower years ago. I will allow neither mind nor body be subjugated in such a dehumanizing fashion.
I have made my decision. We will help win.
Have it your way.
Petra, Kenan, look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wyn, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm.
Let us be off. Wait. Have faith. We will not fail.
Your confidence is refreshing, though you should make sure it does not blind you to your weaknesses. If you are ready, let us go end this.
Alistair
Yes.
and Liliana. Morgan can, I guess, convince the people. Oh. Liliana.
I'll do it.
Open that, please. Hey, another rune. Good. We're gonna need those pretty soon.
Here we are. I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having kept it in place this long.
You did what you had to do, Wyn.
It made me very weary at times, but I had to stay strong to keep us safe. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier.
I have an
Are you
idea.
ready?
I'm ready to destroy the barrier.
All right. Be on your guard.
A desire abomination. Hit him! Raid, hunger abomination, raid.
On your guard.
Hit him! Ooh, Alistair. Oh, Wyn heals automatically. Let's take a short
Now,
rest.
better than later.
Yeah, so, the way demons work in the world of Dragon Age, because I don't think they ever explain it in this game, they do in the next one a little bit more. There's demons of pride, sloth, desire, hunger, rage, envy, fear. And I think, but envy and fear are the big ones who don't pop up very often. At least if I'm remembering right. I know in Dragon Age Inquisition they make them a big deal.
Now's better than later.
But pride demons are something that, like, they're like the big bads for the most part, apart from fear and envy. Hey, more health potions. Ooh, we're in the double digits. Yeah, we're gonna pop you. When could you... You have earthquake? Regeneration, no, I think I just need you to heal. Okay, y'all are all fucking annoying. Get him. Pile of rags.
I'll get on it.
They exploded on us. They went boom.
Got it.
Okay, one last fight. Oh, I didn't heal the full before I... Mighty blow! Yeah, that rage. Oh, greater rage demon. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're not doing that bullshit. We're group healing. The fact that you have group heal and you weren't using it this whole time. Oh my god. Heal!
What?
Yeah, get the big demon, please. Oh, yeah. I remember now, this is where the game gets fucking hard.
You should run while you can.
It's a good day to die!
This is where you start needing to use everything the game gives you. Yeah, that's why the game is loading us up with health poultices right now. What was that apprentice amulet? Win, you got anything? +5. Let's give that to Alistair, actually. Give him all the resistances, because he is our party's main tank. Ain't nothing here. Okay, just wanted to check, make sure there was no fancy items or anything. Alright, I actually think that's a good place to call the episode, guys. So, thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.